What if I tell you that you can use Microsoft Excel without remembering 200 formulas, without searching on Google, without opening ChatGPT separately, and without clicking on too many options on the menu bar? The menu bar on the Excel screen, if you see, it's redundant now. I can say 90% of those features are not required if you have just one thing in your Excel, that is Copilot. In this video, I'm going to show you 10 powerful tricks inside Microsoft Excel that can save at least 1000 hours in the entire year for sure. Many people think Copilot is just for asking simple questions, but today I will show you how you can use Copilot and you can write 200 formulas, you can do data cleaning, apply VLOOKUP, combine 100 tables in just few clicks, and also do data analysis all by just single prompting. Now, before we begin this, the interesting part, let me tell you one thing which is very clear. Microsoft Copilot in Excel is a paid feature. Remember that thing. Some people who may not see this icon in the Excel, you can just connect with your admin. If you're working professional, contact your admin in your company. And if you're an individual, which you're a freelancer or single student, and if you want to buy that, you have to see the link in the description. You can get the details over there. This is not a sponsored video. This is not about promoting the Copilot or Microsoft. It's about how you can make Copilot better use in your day-to-day work. There are total 10 tricks which I'll be showcasing in this video, and all of them are excellent. I can guarantee 1000 hours can be saved by an individual who's spending a lot of time on Excel. So the first thing, if you see the hack number 1, you can see I have some data, the name of famous people on the planet. Their names are given, their date of birth are given, and now I want to calculate their exact age. Now the age should be in years, months, and days. So normally, if I want to do this, I need to know the date formulas. I need to calculate the difference in years, months, and days, and then I get the answer. And if I make a small mistake, the answer can go wrong. Maybe a bracket, maybe a formula, anything. But with Copilot, I don't need to write any formulas. I will simply open Copilot and write a very simple prompt. The prompt would be, get me the answers in C column. That's it. Get me the answers in C column, nothing else. Just press enter. No formula name, no complicated prompt, no explanation. Copilot understands the heading given in the C column. It understands the date given on the B column and gives you the age in years, months, and days automatically. This is the power of Copilot. Simple English can replace complicated formulas. So no more remembering, no more reading the books, no more going to YouTube videos to find out the answers. Directly, the AI has been integrated into your Excel. Let's go to hack number 2. Here I have one date column, just one date column, and my manager is asking me to generate multiple date-related outputs. For example, he wants to find out the year, month, which is month number, month name, day name, week number, quarter, start of the month, end of the month, leap year, and many more. There are 100 plus functions. So if I scroll on the right hand side, you can see there are not 5 or just 10 columns. There are around 100 date based columns. So my boss has told me to find out the answers. So if I do this manually, I need 100 different formulas, and this can take 1 to 2 hours minimum. Even if you're an expert, 30 minutes is something which is minimum. But with Copilot, I can simply tell it a simple thing. So get me answers from B column to CW column. CW column is the last column heading, and just press enter. Even in my simple English, which is not perfect, even if there's a spelling mistake, Copilot understands the range, it understands the column heading, and within a short time, Copilot fills all the columns automatically. And the best part is, it is not just pasting value, it is actually writing the formulas in all those places. So based on the column headings, it is giving the data. So remember this important point, your column headings are very powerful. If your column headings are clear, Copilot can understand what you want and can generate the answers automatically. If your headings are not clear, you can still get the answers, but you need to write a little lengthier prompt. Okay, so still you'll be getting the answers here. So let's move to the hack number 3. Here I have column of unclean names. Some names have extra spaces, some names are uppercase, some are lowercase. And you can see some names are in the mixed format. This is very common problem in real office data. So this is not just 10 or 20 rows. Here we have around 10,000 rows of data. So we are just testing the power of Copilot. Can it work on huge data? Imagine cleaning this manually, it will take a lot of time. On the right hand side, I want multiple outputs. I want trim text, uppercase, lowercase, proper case, length of text, length of 3 characters, write 3 characters. Okay, all these things I want. So simply I go to Copilot and write a very simple line, very bad prompt. So give me the answers from B column to H column. That's it. No formula, no functions, no explanation, nothing. And now you can see the result within few seconds. Extra spaces are removed. Data is converted to uppercase. Lowercase is created. Proper case is created. Length is calculated. Left and right characters are extracted. So imagine if you're a fresher, if you have just college pass out, and if you do not know anything about Excel, still you can perform the activities. No need to read entire book. No need to go to any YouTube video. Nothing to watch. You have everything available inside Excel. So some places, if you see the blank, okay, that means there was no valid data. Therefore, it is giving the blank value. So Copilot is not filling anything randomly. It's applying the logic and then giving the answers. So let's move to the one of the most popular problems in the Excel, that is VLOOKUP. So hack number 4, everyone, VLOOKUP. Here I have two tables. You can see on the screen, on the left hand side, I have the sales table. On the right hand side, I have the lookup table. The common column in both the tables, if you see, is the sales rep column. And the requirement is very simple. I want to bring this region column from the lookup table into the sales table. That's very simple. So normally people use VLOOKUP. Okay, but the question here is, can we do VLOOKUP without writing VLOOKUP? Okay, I repeat, can we do VLOOKUP without writing VLOOKUP? Let's test it. I will simply open the Copilot, go to a new chat option and just write a simple prompt. I will not mention the VLOOKUP word itself. Okay, what I'll tell them, get me region column in the sales table. So get me region column in the sales table, and look at this. Copilot automatically understands the common column. It will find the matching records, and finally it brings that region column in the sales table. So when I click on any cell in that column over here, you can see the VLOOKUP formula has already been written automatically. I haven't written any formula, any syntax, no opening bracket, no comma, nothing. So even if you don't remember VLOOKUP formula or syntax, Copilot can create it for you using simple English. Okay. So let's go to hack number 5, when it is even more advanced, even more complicated. In this example, we'll have two tables again, but this time the lookup is not based on one column. Okay, remember, one column was very easy. Now I have a challenging question for you. We have 3 matching columns. Product column matching with product column, region column matching with region column, product group matching with the product group. So 3 matching columns in both the tables. If you're an Excel user in traditional Excel, if you want to do this, many people, what they do is they create a helper column by combining those 3 columns into multiple fields into one column, and same way 3 columns over here. And then they apply VLOOKUP. So please understand, here the data is very small. In the company, in the corporates, the data is very, very huge. And then after combining that data, we apply VLOOKUP. That means extra steps, extra formulas, extra chances of mistakes. So here I want to bring that discount column from the lookup table into the sales table. Understand? Discount column from the lookup table into the sales table. So let's go to the Copilot and simply write one single prompt here. Get me discount column in the sales table. That's it. And you see what will happen here. Copilot understands the relationship between tables, and within few minutes, okay, 60 seconds is the max. If within 60 seconds, you will get the answers. And carefully observe, there are few answers which are blank. So wherever there's a blank, it means there is no matching value found. So if I double click on any cell, you can see the formula is already written. I do not have to create a helper column. I don't have to write a complicated lookup formula. I do not have to memorize any syntax. And this is where Copilot becomes very useful for complex lookup situations. So let's go to the hack number 6. This is about data cleaning. 70% people in the world spend time onto data cleaning, and they don't even realize that can be automated. So this topic is data cleaning, and this is one of the most useful examples for office professionals. So we have a dirty data. Carefully observe the first name, the last name. They are not written properly. They're not formatted properly. Some records have extra spaces, some have uppercase, some have lowercase, and some are not in the proper case. We also have a duplicate records, blank rows, and you can see there are different date formats. You can see the sales and profit columns, they are also not clean. Somewhere dollars, somewhere thousand. It's very messy data. So this is exactly the type of data people receive in the real work office. On the right hand side, I have written the task. Okay, there are few questions I've written, and I want Copilot to perform those. What are the questions? Remove blank rows, remove duplicate rows, combine first and last name, remove unwanted spaces, clean the date formats, clean sales table and profit column, convert everything into uppercase. The activities which I need to perform is written in the H column, and the data is given from A to F column. So I'll open Copilot and simply write a prompt. Perform the activities given in H column on the data from A to F column. When I press enter, Copilot understands. It will perform all the activities on the data. Okay. So earlier we had 10,000 records. Carefully observe. These are total 10,000 records on the left hand side. Within 60 seconds, it will understand and give you the clean data. The data, if you see, we have approximately 8,683 rows. It has removed the blank records. It has cleaned the names. You see the date formats are so clean. Sales column, profit column, and you see we have much better data set. If you give this task to any expert in the world, I'm saying any expert in the world, they will require minimum 15 to 20 minutes or 30 minutes. This is about expert. But a normal person like me will take hours and hours, right? So you understand that work. Now this Copilot has taken away their work, their headache. So this is not just about formula writing. This is about complete data cleaning using simple instructions. So now hack number 7, which is where Copilot starts feeling almost magical. It is my favorite out of all the hacks, out of all the 10 hacks, where great people cannot do this in Excel very quickly. And I can challenge them with the help of this example. So here I have the address data in one column, but the data is not structured. You see this data on the left hand side. Sometimes you see the phone number is in the beginning, sometimes in the middle, and sometimes it is in the end. Same way, the data is not in a proper pattern. Remember, if the data is in pattern, you can separate the data using text to columns, using Power Query, but here the data is not in a proper format. So the city names are also given in different locations, state, postal code, and the names are also not written in one fixed format. So traditional formulas work when the pattern is fixed. But when the pattern is not fixed, when the pattern keeps on changing, formulas fails, they become very difficult. And here we have more than 1,000 rows. Manually extracting the names, phone number, city name, and the state name for this kind of data will definitely take a lot of time. So how do we get it? So I give a simple prompt, get me answers from B to H column, and press enter. Now within 100 seconds, you can see it has extracted the name, phone number, address, city, postal code, all the details, even when the pattern was not fixed. This is one of the most powerful feature, not only for beginners, but also for advanced users on Excel. So I challenge them, try to do it without Copilot. So you don't need to know advanced text formulas. You only explain what output you want. That's it. So let's move to the hack number 8, sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis, here you can see I have the feedback received from participants. Their names are given and their feedback is also written in the text format. Now, usually when you receive feedback, you don't get in one line, you get in, sentences, 3 sentences, 4 sentences, 5 sentences. Reading every feedback manually and deciding whether it is positive, negative or neutral can be time consuming, especially when there are many responses. So I have created a column called as sentiment analysis, and I want the result as positive, negative or neutral. So if I do it manually, it's going to take a lot of time. So I open the Copilot and write a simple prompt, get me answers in C column. I'm not explaining what answers I want. I'll just tell them, get me answers in C column. And Copilot reads the feedback. It categorizes them into positive, negative and neutral. And within 60 seconds, you get the output. That means Copilot is not only working with numbers and formulas, it also understands the meaning of the text. Text meaning, sentiment meaning as well. And after this, I can also ask Copilot to maybe create a pie chart or a donut chart to show me how many are positive, how many are negative, and how many neutral. So this makes the analysis presentation ready. So you can have different type of examples, but this is one of the interesting example of sentiment analysis. So everyone, let's move to the hack number 9. This hack number 9 is useful for all the HRs, payroll department, admin department, finance team. So the example here is, we have the data of all the employees, their salary details. In many companies, people, they create salary slip using a repeated task. It takes a lot of time for creating salary slips. So if you have hundreds and thousands of employees, it can take a lot of time. Yeah, bigger companies definitely have the softwares to generate salary slip, but mid-sized companies, what they can do is, if they have around 1,000 plus records and we want to generate the salary slip for everyone, instead of creating everything manually, I open the Copilot and I can just write a simple prompt, generate all salary slips in the new sheet. So Copilot uses the available Excel data, okay, employee data, and it generates salary slips in the new sheet. So it takes time. It doesn't do in 1 minute, but it takes approximately 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, you can see on my screen, the result which you're getting here is excellent. And this is huge time saver. The important lesson here is that Copilot is not only writing formulas, it can also create structured output based on your existing data. So like it's creating salary slips, it can create offer letter, it can create invoices, purchase orders, many documents. So you can think, you can imagine about that and you can start creating. So let's move to the final hack, which is hack number 10. The hack number 10 says multiple tables. Imagine I have a sheet and you can see I have many small tables. Each table has similar columns like unit type, unit sold, unit price, unit cost, and total revenue. So if you see, if I keep on scrolling, you can see there are many tables on this particular Excel. So if I tell you the count, there are 120 tables. If I want to combine all those tables manually, one by one below the other, it will take me around 10 to 15 minutes or even more than that. But with Copilot, I can simply write one simple prompt, combine all tables and give me the data in new sheet. A simple English. I feel like Copilot is like a genie. Aap bolo and you'll get it done, right? So now what happens is Copilot, it combines all those 120 tables into one single master table in the new sheet. So in this case, you see, carefully observe, it has combined all the records into one clean data set. And this is extremely useful when your data is scattered across multiple small tables and you want to bring into one clean table for analysis. So please note, tables can be in one sheet or multiple sheets. No problem in that. Just change the prompt you work, right? You just need to modify the prompt that the data is present into multiple sheets, combined into one single place. So in this video, we saw 10 powerful Copilot tricks in Excel, everyone. We calculated age in years, months and days. We generated the 100 date functions by single prompt. We cleaned 10,000 rows of text data, very bad data, very messy data. We learned about VLOOKUP without writing VLOOKUP. We performed multi-column lookup without helper columns. We also cleaned the dirty data automatically. We extracted the information from messy data, my favorite example. We performed sentiment analysis on the feedback. We also generated salary slips, 1,000 salary slips with just single prompt. We also combined 120 tables into one single master table. So the biggest lesson in this is Excel is no longer only about remembering formulas and functions. So everyone, you can try these examples on your own Excel file. I have also attached the same Excel file in the description. So tell me in the comments, what is that use case you will use Copilot for? If you found this video useful, save it, share it with someone who works on Excel, who is your Excel buddy, and also share the practical examples on Excel, AI, and productivity videos. Thank you for watching.